That's
legit. That's solid, bro.
That's a legit top 5.
Game knows.
That's a really good top 5.
Motherfuckers get the trip and I got shit too. And maybe then you see the truth. But until then I gotta do what I do. And stay a crooked nigga too.
Hey, also Nitro Nerds here. This is going to be kind of a no frills video, which is a straight top 5 list of a question that I was asked recently that I thought was a pretty good question, and that is, what are the top 5 things that I've learned in this hobby? Some of you might recall back in the day, I would always do a little excuse me, a little list, you know, after 3 months in this hobby, here's what I've learned. After 6 months in this hobby, here's what I've learned, etc. Haven't done that in a while, so I thought let's go ahead and make it happen. As an example, when you guys are testing your differentials, what are you looking for? Do you even know how to test it? I mean, a lot of times people, as you know, will wolf that bullshit on these forums and say all this stuff, but come on. I'm going to show you some ways to test this here in this video as well. Make sure that everything is smooth and that things are working like they should be, so you have an expected outcome. Shit, we'll start from 5 and work our way up. This hobby can be complicated. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. Faint of heart meaning if you're looking for a hobby where you can take these vehicles and just plug it in, charge a battery, and run it, then you want to stay away from Nitro, because part of this hobby is the maintenance and or creation of these vehicles. It's a war of attrition. This is what I believe, but recently I had someone pose a question as to, you know, why do you make this so complicated? And I mean, he was respectful. He wasn't, you know, he posed a legitimate question, and my answer, you know, I kind of struggled to answer this properly, but again, I would say it's because it is complicated. In other words, I'm not really adept with training, instructional videos, or anything like that. All I can do is show you what I know. But for me to show you some shit that you're not seeing anywhere else really on YouTube, let's face it, right? For me to show you this stuff, I only know one way to explain it, okay? Now, you're gonna have to fight through a bunch of bullshit. That's just how that is. That's not changing. But at the end of the day, I find this complicated. You know, I understand I'm probably the slow one here in the room. That's fine. But all I can say is, here's, you know, the result of what I've accomplished, and here's how I've accomplished it. And that accomplishment, once again, in my eyes at least, has been quite complicated. There is a very, very steep learning curve. So, kind of a long-winded way of saying, be ready, okay? At the same time, make sure that you don't get discouraged, because anything in life, I believe at least, that's worth its salt, it's going to be challenging to obtain. But the idea there is once you obtain it, it's so worth it.
Yo, man, yo, this dude got posters in this room.
He got posters in his room, dog.
He a man on the road.
The man crush on him. One night got a man crush on the brother, man. He's a soul. He got posters in his room. Oh, this dude got posters in his room. Yeah, man crush on him. One night got a man crush on the brother, man. He's a soul.
But you're not advancing. I'll give you an example. Bearings, okay? You know, say what you want, laugh, whatever. It took me a while to fully understand how to ascertain if the bearings are working properly. Again, just be real with it and understand that
You really don't know what you might think you know.
things such as that. But again, you have to go into it understanding what you want, not getting something and then hoping it fits your desires.